Hello guys, and welcome back to another video where I react to another trending video. Right, so I'm going to try and upload as many videos as I possibly can during the week, about 3 hopefully, but I don't see it being 3, it'll probably be about 2, depending on the scenarios and how long it takes to edit, because again I'm just a one-man team. But we'll go, I've chosen a random trending video. I'm going to react to it and we'll just see what's what. So let's get straight into it.
How you going? Now, I don't know about you, but whenever I bump into an old person tottering slowly down the street,
I'll go over here. Yep.
I always think to myself, I could take him. But I don't, because I'm a normal human being. And I've definitely never considered electrocuting them with 50,000 volts for 30 seconds until they die. But that's exactly what some people did last month in Australia, when a 95-year-old woman with dementia was killed by coppers with a taser.
A 95-year-old great-grandmother tasered by police in her aged care home, dying tonight.
All because she was holding a knife and walking around with her walking frame in a nursing home. Then after she approached cops at a slow pace, they tasered her and she died. So today I'm going to try and make a device that shows that we might not need to kill unarmed people. I've always thought bull ants have really beautiful jaws which overlap and seem to lock. So I just grabbed an ant from my garden and did a sketch of its mandibles.
Come back.
Now I want this to work by having these jaws on the side here which have spikes, which move towards each other and lock in a closed position when these two metal bars get pushed towards each other. So to test if the mechanics work, I made it out of cardboard. Then I made a prototype out of wood, and after fiddling around with the dimensions, it seems to close alright and isn't that floppy. Which means it's time for me to spend $100 on metal and cut out my design with my mate's plasma cutter. And this really is the kind of thing you need a CNC plasma cutter for, as after only 10 minutes I'm already sweating, my back's sore, and my feet are pretty badly burnt. But I finished all the simple pieces, and I didn't want to screw up the more complicated jaw-shaped pieces as I found it really hard to even follow a straight line. So instead, just bought 2 jaws from the jaw section of the local hardware store. And after bolting it all together, it seems to kind of work. Now I just need to put this whole thing on the end of 2 pipes that are inside each other. And the inside pipe will have a handle that I can pull to close the whole mechanism. Now when I was designing this thing, I thought I would just cut a slot and put this piece in here and then weld the crescent piece in. But I forgot that I need this hole in the pipe to remain a hole, as the other pipe is going to be moving inside there. So I'm going to try.
Get your mind out of the gutter. He's jamming it in pretty hard.
Then I just welded it permanently in place. Now I know I'm not meant to weld galvanized pipe, as it releases poisonous fumes or whatever, but I am taking precautions by wearing a mask and working in a really well ventilated garage. But this is something I've never seen before. If anyone knows what this poisonous looking death spider web that's coming out of the steel, please let me know. And now I get to see how the whole mechanism moves around.
To be fair, without even doing anything, it looks so much more cooler than it did on paper. Like, it looks like a genuine weapon that could chop somebody's head off.
Please work. Yes. Yes.
I just wish I had the brain power and the finance to do some of these crazy ideas myself.
Yes.
With each other. So next I cut a little peepee hole in the big pipe that will allow me to access the small pipe. And my plan was to cut a sideward slot in the big pipe and then weld a handle to the small pipe so I can lock the mechanism in place to the side like a bolt action rifle or something. But I realized a big problem. I can't actually turn the inside pipe because the whole jaw structure is attached to it. So I'm going to have to come up with something else. And this camping chair might help. So I pulled off the leg and found this little knob spring thing, which I'm going to steal to put inside the small pipe. And Rick, if you're watching this, I know I told you that your camping chair broke when I slammed it in the front door of my car, and then you were really angry about it. And then you went into the forest looking for a log to sit on, and you brought a big one back. But then the ranger shouted at you because collecting logs degrades the natural habitat and biodiversity. Yeah, that was my fault, and I'll buy you a new one. Okay, so now the moment of truth. Did I destroy Rick's camping chair for a good reason?
Did it. First go.
And it looks like I did. So next, I just cut down this pull stick, which isn't a gun, and sanded it down until it looks like a handle, and then put in this bolt, which just happened to be covered in glue. Then just screwed in the handle to the inside pipe. And now I can manually make the whole jaw thing close, and it seems to lock in place every time.
This is it literally gets cooler and more awesome. It looks like a gladiator's weapon and stuff. How is this turn from lines to just it's just really good.
Hey Alexa! Yeah? Can I catch you? What?
I'm just going to stand here and you're going to put that on me.
Yes. Alright. You're on. That's not good, it grabs your shirt.
Thank you.
It's not even hitting you yet. Okay. How does it feel?
Oh,
I got more of it.
okay, go.
He's kind of stopped there.
I love how he's got a Ribena shirt as well, so it kind of you should always squeeze them really tight, you know, little cotton things.
There's a big hole there. Oh wow, I'm sorry, that's actually bad. But I designed it for my waist. Yeah.
You're calling me a fat guy on the inside.
I'm not calling you a fat guy.
That's pretty mean.
People have different bodies. It's fine. Do you reckon you can try it on me?
Socks and sandals. Tut tut tut.
You don't have to carry it. This is heavy, isn't it?
It's really heavy. Ow, 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 ow,
Oh, it's stuck. What?
It really hurt.
Wait,
It's sticking straight in.
How do you get it out?
Press,
Well, this one's missing. This side didn't come out.
press
Wait,
both of them.
look.
Stop turning it! Stop! Oh. That's really bad.
Why'd you make this?
And the jaws may look cool, but the spikes really suck for catching, as they are incredibly painful when they dig into your back. And also the spikes make it hard to wrap around people as they get caught on people's clothing. So all I did was make a new pair of smooth jaws, which should be less painful.
It's working. Throw it. Oh, he got you.
I feel like this is really actually good.
Now I think Cass was going easy on me, allowing the device to slip around his body, probably because I was paying him and he wanted to make it look like my device was working. But even then, he still managed to throw his knife into my neck and his ciggy into my leg. So this time I told him to pretend like he was actually going to be detained, like in all those prison stories he was telling us about, and to do everything in his power to escape.
Oh no, he's got it. What do I do? He's got you. He got you. You're dead. Your device sucks, Alex.
Was that easy? That was so easy.
Easy. But if you go in quick,
If I go in
you
quick,
disable it. No worries.
I cut it.
It still reminds of like Gladiator. It doesn't look like a catcher. It looks like something that you, I think the thorns kind of helps it, because once you stab into them, they can't. You know, it's painful and it kind of locks. With that one, it seems a bit too. It's like he's gone back to the original design.
Don't be like that. I don't actually get that.
The thing is, in real life, you won't be getting tips from the person who's trying to attack you. There's.
can you imagine? Yes, sir. Now, can you rate your experience from 1 to 10? How close I was to catching you, and how could I improve in catching you? That would be very, very useful to me.
That time, Cass just grabbed the claws and worked his way slowly up the pole until he could stab me. I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, this isn't an accurate test of how the device works, as he is too old. You need to test it on someone younger.
You got me!
And now trying to get out. Well, that's a cheat.
I got so strong muscles.
You do have strong muscles. Yeah, you get out if you can. You can have a go, but that was embarrassing because I couldn't actually stop him from getting out.
And this was meant to be a funny joke segment that didn't prove anything, but even this 3-year-old was able to defeat me. As once he put his weight down on the end, it just turns into a big lever and I can't pick it back up. And he wasn't even trying to do that. But again, I reckon it's because I didn't want to be rough and hurt him. So for the final test, I'm going to do it on someone that I'm not afraid to hurt.
I mean, that's what big brothers and friends are for, right?
Also, I'm going to make some quick changes to the man catcher. In my first man catching video, you guys had some pretty horrible suggestions on how I could make it better. A lot of you talked about a different latching mechanism, but others wanted me to attach tasers or pepper spray to the front, and you even drew diagrams explaining how to do it. And I agree it's a funny idea and extremely easy to taser someone once you already have them restrained inside a pair of claws, but it kind of defeats the whole purpose of not tasing them by putting a taser on the end, so I won't be doing that. Mostly because tasers are illegal for civilians like me to own. But I have an idea of how I can make this better, and that's by taking the whole thing apart and just using the middle stick with the crescent-shaped piece on the top, as the closing mechanism works well if I can get someone inside, but it's very easy to avoid if the person just grabs it, and then I just have a big heavy stick. So hopefully without the claws I should be able to move it around quicker.
Okay, so you're just trying to kill me. Okay, but we're going properly. You're actually trying to kill me. This is revenge for the concussion. Okay, ready?
I'd want to be further away if I...
Set, go. Wow! I died so quickly!
I really like his inventions and stuff, I like the effort and all, but like, it might just be me, but like, he kind of makes something, and for me, he kind of downgrades it, and I'm like, why? I mean, I can understand the clause. If you're going to make it into like an actual police thing, you wouldn't want any chance of that person saying, oh well, you've just assaulted me with the claws because you just stabbed into him. So that I can understand, but with the whole scenario when it comes to like the grip, I think with the old man and the kid, he said that it was good, but then it's just literally a curved bit. I mean, you might as well just pin them down, or try to. I mean, if you're a cop or you're big, well, you should be big, tough, and all that larky. That's just me. I mean, again, like he's done it successfully, but like, there's at least certain, if it just slips, it only needs one thing to kind of go wrong, I think, before the criminal would come up and surely attack. Ah!
We'll get you on the ground. Okay, go.
Another thing I think is like, okay, he's holding it down, but then surely if it's somebody who's not fit or old or has got a condition, break the ribs and stuff, could pierce. And I know it sounds really really boring, and I know it's supposed to be more of a gag thing, but it was just, I'm too invested in this.
Oh, that's going through.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I found it quite interesting in this video. I thought it was going to not be as good as it was. It made me laugh and stuff, so that's good, and it made me think, which is quite nice. And yeah, it was just a really enjoyable video. I will have the channel below, so if you want to check out the whole video you can, and give it a view, give it a like, and if you got any videos that you want me to watch, then please let me know, and hopefully I can just keep on uploading videos more regularly. So I'll catch you guys very, very soon, hopefully. Goodbye.
Game over.